Roll the corn. Galil et Dagan. I love you and I'm in love with you. Peace to my beautiful people from this beautiful land that arose from the waters first. Peace to my beautiful people from this beautiful land that arose from the waters first. We know the truth now. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Put where you're from and put the corn in that chat. We know the truth now. Big Boy 8, what up, brother? Rondo number 9. California, Leslie, what up? Now, Meridian, Mississippi, I love you and I'm in love with you. Now, Flower Goddess, you know I love you. Mr. Good Life, Houston, appreciate the support, brother. I always see you on the videos. Bam, Asheville, that's my dog. Follow Life for Bam. Roll the corn. Terrence 9, what up, bro? Zach, appreciate that, bro. I had to 3D that joint. Got to get that joint 3D, baby. This the new joint. See now, if y'all got the throwback, it's a collector's edition now. Don't be mad at the throwback now. It's collector's edition. Now, roll the corn, put the corn in the chat. Everybody follow everybody virtuous in the live. Love you, I'm in love with you. All good positive energy. But I'm going to try to stay positive, but you know, hunter-gatherers be attacking me. But I'm going to try my best to stay positive because kids be watching my videos on YouTube. So I'm going to try my best. I apologize before I apologize. A lot of 12-year-old, 13-year-old kids be asking me questions on YouTube, and I break my neck to answer their question. Roll the corn. I bow my head to my people, because y'all the greatest thing on this planet. Roll the corn. Now, people are always talking about the land of Canaan, biblical, Egypt. Always talking about Samaria, and always talking about all this stuff, right? But what you must understand is there are two different civilizations on this planet. Let me say that again. Where my toothpicks at? There are two different civilizations on this damn planet. One of them is us. The other ones is everybody else. That's what you got to understand before you try to get into this history of our people. One of them is us. Then you got them. One of us are ancient people. One of them, y'all old, but y'all ain't older than us. One landmass is ancient. One, it's kind of old, but it can get a couple grays in the beard. Africa is not the motherland, bro. No matter how much they try to teach that shit, the greatest civilization, the first civilization started in America. It didn't come here. The people ain't from over there. The people from here, and they created all things great before your people ever figured out what the hell was going on. And I'm finna show you with elite receipts that Tamari is the motherland. Ain't no Canaan without us. Ain't no pyramid without us. Ain't no crops. Ain't no math, science, astrology. Ain't no boats. Ain't none of that. Ain't no tall, beautiful women and tall, strong. Without us, ain't none of this shit. Roll the coin. That's what y'all got to feel. That's why I don't argue with people. When you speak of Africa being my daddy, how? And it ain't older than my landmass. Africa is not older than America, people. Europe is not older than America. Nowhere near it. To understand history, a landmass has to go through damn near 8 periods to even get human beings. A landmass has to go through millions of years to even get people to the land. We ain't just pop up in those 7 days. Look, the Bible told you God created the earth in 7 days. That's a goddamn lie. I hate to say it, but I can't go for that. Ain't no way in the hell. You know how many millions of years it take to even make a plant grow? See, that's their story. That's not our story. Our story comes from the planet. Their story comes from mythology. You grew just like a plant grew. You evolved just like a deer got better over time. You got better over time. But you must understand, it takes layers and layers of life on this planet to even get to where we at today. Let's keep going. Let me teach y'all something. They done taught you so much mythology, we thinking all this old crazy shit. It's not true. Roll the coin. America, the oldest of the continents. After the discovery by Columbus in the latter part of the 15th century, it was customary to speak of the Eastern Hemisphere as the Old World and the West as the New. No one seemed to care how long the Western Hemisphere may have existed before the discovery. The discovery was new, and therefore the country was deemed new also. After the discovery of Columbus made it known, many alleged discoveries before unheard of came into existence from different nations. Now, they call this the New World because it was new to them. Roll the call. Let me find my toothpicks. They call this the New World because it's new to hunter-gatherers. That's what you must understand. This ain't no damn new world. A whole new world. No, the fuck is not. This the oldest landmass on this damn planet. Y'all want it to be the new world. Because y'all want everything to come from y'all's side of the world. Don't nothing come from over there. Everything y'all learned came from the people before you. From the real old world. Tamari. Let's keep going. They call it the New World because it's new to Spaniards, Europeans, Africans. They read about it, but they had never been there. That's where the Atlantis story come from. They are reading about America, but they had never been there. That's where the Atlantis story come. Where do you think the story come from? Where the you think the Atlantean story come from? Our people going over there, teaching them about our land. And that's where the story blooms from. Now you're talking about Atlanteans and goddamn, roll the coin. It's common sense. I'm finna show you. Stick with me. We got a bunch of receipts real quick. Run the receipts down real quick. Now, Atlantis. Atlantic, Amazon, Brazil, Peru, Atlantis shaped the same damn way. Talking about it's a lost island. It's a lost island, all right. That motherfucker shoulder got found. Let's keep going. Such were the first mountains of the earth, and they formed from the nucleus of the North American continent along the line which separates the United States from Canada. It is known as the Laurentian Range, and it is made up of the first metamorphosized sedimentary rocks that were found or formed. It extended from the Atlantic Ocean on the east along the trend of the St. Louis River. Now, Laurentian mountains. This shit way older than Africa. I'm talking hundreds of thousands of years older than Africa. These some of the first mountains ever sprouted from out this the mountains from the top of the United States up to Canada is the oldest sedimentary rock on the fucking planet. How many times I gotta tell y'all this? This the first water from under the dam, the first land from under the water. Let's keep going. There you go, Laurentian Range. Then it extended from the Atlantic Ocean east along the St. Louis River. Let's keep going. Push upward, right? Confusion of a crumpled peak and valley mountain range. Such were the first mountains on earth, North American continent. You see that? It extended from the St. Louis River and the lakes westward beyond the Mississippi River. Now, if the first, think about this now before I move on. If the first fucking rock from under the water pops up and it goes through the Mississippi River, that's why the creation story come from the Mississippi River. See? Now we're getting somewhere. That's why this ain't the Nile. The Nile ain't older than us, baby. No. You try to act like call Mississippi the Nile, that shit cute for your TikTok. But boy, that mighty Mississippi, that motherfucker come from the creation story. Not the Nile. That's why the Egyptians are telling you the waters receded over the land of the ancestors. Man springs from the Ben mound. This the same damn story in real life. Creation. I don't give a fuck about no pyramids on the Nile. Where did the melanated man come from? See, you missing the point. Trying to point at the Nile. Where did the first melanated man spring from the earth? North America. So I don't give a damn about none of that other teaching. That shit come later. You want to know where you're from? You want to know where you're from? Melanated type Americans. You from the dirt right upside the Mississippi River. That's where you from. You ain't from no damn Africa. And I'm finna show you. Now, when I go into ancient culture, they are telling you that the first man sprang from the Ben, the dirt, the mound, along the most ancient river on the planet, the Mississippi. It's sitting here telling you that the American continent sprung up first mountains on earth, formed the nucleus of North America along the line of the Canada and the United States
through these Laurentian Range mountains, called the Canadian Shield, right? Oldest water, oldest land, right there. Extends to the Atlantic Ocean, east along the St. Louis River, and the lakes westward beyond the Mississippi River. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Erected the Rocky Mountains, a distance of some 2,000 miles in length, 300 miles in width. This continent may have been outlined beneath the universal ocean long before it upheaved, people. It was forming under the water long before it even came from under the ocean. Right? Let's keep going. This is the same story the Egyptians tell you. But this was its first appearance above the water, and it was before any one of the other continents made its appearance above sea level. We know the motherfucking truth now. This is the first land from under the ocean. Therefore, now, let's stop right there, because I want y'all to understand everything I'm finna tell y'all. Man didn't spring up right there. It still took a long time after the land mass came from under the ocean. It still took a long time for melanated man to spring from the planet. So this is a process, right? It's a process. So whoever starts first becomes civilized first, people. Because if you come 100,000 years after me, I'm more civilized than you because I've been on the planet longer than your ass, African. That's why I'm the Atlantean. You get it now? That's why I am. This is the land of Canaan. That's why I got the first language. That's why I got the first tools and plows and vegetation. You starting to understand now? Roll the coin. I've been here 100,000 years, 200, longer than your ass. You're a rookie. Africa, Europe, y'all rookies. We vets. We been putting down on the river, nigga. Y'all just start putting down on the river later. We've been building mounds. We've been learned the stars. We've been eating corn and fish. Motherfucking squash and beans. We've been got spiritual with earth. We've been got spiritual with earth way before y'all. We wrote how to have conduct. Not y'all. We taught that to y'all on that side. We went over there later. We taller, stronger, faster, brain more equipped to think. Because we've been here way longer than y'all. That's why these creation stories are coming from these ancient religions. The Naga, the seven-headed snake, stands for the seven heads of creation of a seven-headed river, the Mississippi. You get it now? The creation story is taking you right back to the Mississippi River every damn time. Oh, my ancestors from the West. They were born in a mound. Where do you think they from? The mound builders of the Mississippi River. They were Egypt, told you. My ancestors in paradise in the West. Paradise has agriculture, people. They telling you that the ancestors come from over there. The whole time. You just ain't you gotta listen. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Now, one more time for your mind. This was the first appearance above the water, and it was before any other continent made its appearance from under the ocean or the sea. As it first appeared, America was a mass metamorphic rock, contracted and crumbled and twisted and jumbled into a shape which had nothing of the appearance of a suitable for plant or animal life. It will require much time after this bleak, and barren assemblage of rock formed above water. So first, we talking about creation. First, you got to get some land to get created. This shit common sense. For a man to be walking amongst land, at first you must have land. Africa is not the land. We just gonna use common sense. Fuck all that white folk shit. See, we started thinking like them, we fucked up. To walk upright on land and be man, you need land, nigga. Bro, let me say that shit again. These the hardest bars you gonna ever hear. To walk upright on land, of man, you need land. So we the first land mass from under the ocean. Therefore, we are the original people of the planet. You get it now? Let's keep going. I ain't done. I'm just warming up. Roll the corn. Now, before any of the other continents made its appearance from the sea, right? First, required time, right? Rocks got above the water from the expanding to a continent soon fit from habitats it got to be fit from a habitation of man. It had to go through a long years of Silurian, Devonian, Carboniferous, Triassic, Jurassic, Cretaceous, and possibly into the Tertiary period before it could be ready for human life. Roll the corn. Let's keep going. Now, before it's ready for human life, we got to go through all these stages. So, we start first. We start our stages first. They come after us. They start their stages after us. They so far behind. People. And I ain't trying to diss Africa or nobody, but I got to teach this shit to my people the way it's supposed to be taught. Because ain't nobody teaching us shit that matter. This matter. We don't get no culture from nowhere else. That culture comes from this land, the first land from under the fucking water. Let's keep going. Now, it, however, got the start of other continents, and there is no reason for supposing that it did not continue in the lead until it became the habitation of the original man. Common sense. If we started first, if we running 2 laps on the track, and I done ran a whole lap, you not catching, we know the truth now. No, I'm out of there. If we running 2 laps for the original man, and we got a lap ahead of y'all, it's over with. Jackie Joyner Kersee. What's your girl name? Shakira? Shakira, I'm out of there. We to the finish line first. Shit common sense. I already lapped your ass. So stop trying to teach my people that this is the new world. Y'all new. Y'all ain't got no culture. Y'all ass were under the water tadpoles. We were running around balling in America. Throwing spears, eating fish. Y'all still fucking tadpoles. Waiting for some land to pop up. For y'all to inhabit. So we ain't got to go through all this knowledge of Egypt and all this knowledge of Samaria and all this cap-ass knowledge. We ain't got to do all that. All we got to do is say, look, who had land under their feet first, nigga? Who the fuck had good land under their feet? With good fresh water? Tamari. So therefore, if man comes from the original land, animals come from the original land. All this shit common sense. We got the fish, we got the horses, the elephants, the lions, motherfucking jaguar. See, it all makes sense now. It all makes sense. All these fucking mastodons and yo, it go right along with us. We was running around with the damn mastodons. What y'all talking about? We wouldn't. Mound builders had mastodon fucking knives made out of mastodon bones. We've been here that long. Mastodon's been dead for 10,000 years plus. We got mound builder buried with fucking mastodon bones just like this. Ain't no mastodon bones in Africa. Show me a mastodon bone in Africa found with a man. Please, anybody. I'll come wash your damn bathtub if you show me a mastodon bone with an ancient African. I'll come wash your feet. I will pull up and wash your feet if you show me an African buried with a mastodon bone. Please, anybody. Any man from any land, any color, from any mother. We buried over here with fucking mastodon bones. Do y'all hear what the word coming out of my mouth? Mastodon. Oh, a mastodon don't exist? Oh, yeah, it do. Oh, you talking about Africans. It don't exist, bro. Africans ain't got no bones like that. Roll the corn. Let's keep going. Now, we lead until it becomes the habitation of the original man. This is reason, therefore, for believing that the existence of the earth from its nubular stage to the beginning of the Azaic age was as long as from its beginning in Azalic to the Piscaziac age, right? Let's keep going. Now, to get a goddamn man, you got to go through all these damn stages. Look at all this shit. Ancient fossils, shells, old ass animals, old ass whales, all this shit. Then you get arrowheads. You go all the way through the Jurassic, Mississippian, Pennsylvanian. See all these different, see all this shit? See all that? Roll the corn. 4.6 billion years. See how long this shit been going on? This shit ain't get created in no 7 days, my baby. This ain't no 7 days worth of work right here. This millions of years worth of work. Now, that's what you must understand. So stop all the mythology of God created water and land. No, hell no. Not no 7 days he didn't. Oh no, he might have did, but he ain't doing it in 7 days. That's for sure. Let's keep going. Now let's go look here. Atlantis Insula. This is the landmass. This is the landmass they talking about. That sprung first with the oldest civilizations. That's why they call it Atlantis. Because this is where the knowledge come from of the ancient people. Roll the coin. You understand it now? We the first from under the water, therefore we smarter than y'all. We in college, y'all ass in preschool. We in college over here doing rocket science. Y'all ass is trying to get 1 + 1 = 3. And you still wrong. Let's keep. See, this is the difference between, that's why they want to tell you everybody the same, people. Everybody not the same. Everybody is not the same. This land is not the same as over there. Christopher Columbus pulled up on the ship, got off the damn ship and said, damn, It smells so good over here. I smell spices and goddamn bread. What is that? Fish jumping around. Big ass oranges on the tree. Grapes. What the hell's going on? I supposed to been left garbage ass Europe. What the fuck I been doing in Spain all this time, all this? What the hell? I could take these spices back to Europe and trap them. They gonna love this shit. I'm gonna show you the book where he said it. Roll the corn. I'm gonna show you all the receipts today. It's Friday, it's how I feel. Roll the corn. Now, we know the truth now. Ocean bed, eternal fire, descend. Okay. Now, ocean bed, eternal fire, descend. Okay. Now, we get these land masses. Then the old land masses was Havilah, Cush, Eden, right? All this beautiful stuff. But let's keep going. Go get back to this. North America was the first of the continents. In the Canadian Canadian surveys, the earliest sedimentary rocks were found in the Laurentian Mountains. And as no older rock has been found anywhere. Ain't no older rock been found anywhere older than the Canadian Shield in the Laurentian Mountains. Nowhere. We talking nowhere. I'm talking no gotten boy, there ain't a rock, ain't a now another rock, Mike Epps, ain't a now another damn rock older than them rocks coming from the Canadian Shield. Africa, Europe, Australia, South America, the fucking the North Pole, ain't nothing older than that. Not a damn no. Let's keep going. America was pronounced the firstborn of all of the continents. America is, as the oldest of the continents, grew eloquent and expressed himself in his geological sketches. Our landmass expressed itself first. Wasn't no damn Nile. Roll the corn. Let's keep going. America, the old world, firstborn amongst the continents. So much later in culture and civilization than some of more recent birth, America, so far as her physical history is concerned, has been falsely denominated the New World. Hers was the first dry land lifted out of the primordial waters. Hers, the first shore washed by the ocean that enveloped all the earth's beside. And while Europe was represented only by islands rising here and there above the sea, America already stretched an unbroken line of land from Nova Scotia to the far east. In the present state of our knowledge, our conclusions represent the beginning of the Earth's history. The beginning of the Earth's history now, the way in which it took form and shape as a distinct, separate planet must, of course, be very vague and hypothetical, right? They telling you. Roll the corn. Mineral lands of Lake Superior. Early rise of the American continent is for the first time affirmed. More general works of the American geology. Let's keep going. America, first inhabited of the continents. Thomas Jefferson said that America was the first seat of the human race and that the Eastern Hemisphere was peopled from the Western. Roll the corn. Roll the corn. Your boy Thomas Jefferson said that. Let's keep going. It was the belief of the wise Thomas Jefferson that America first seat of the human race, right? His belief that the first inhabitants of Asia who so much resembled the American Aborigines, went from America to Asia instead of coming from Asia to America. Roll the corn. Let's keep going. I return you my thanks for communications relative to the Western country. When we reflect how long we have inhabited these parts of America, which lie between Allegheny and the ocean, that no monument has ever been found in them, which indicated of iron amongst Aboriginal inhabitants, that they were far advanced in arts, and left as the inhabitants on the other side of the allegory a good degree of individuality may have executed. As to the new discoveries, which they got this shit switched up. Regular fortifications of brickwork to have been in amongst the Indians on the waters of Ohio. Ancient brickwork. Ain't no monuments found where y'all say everybody come from. They all come from here. That's what they trying to tell you. Right? Artwork. Right? Ancient art. Advanced in arts. Let's keep going. Mr. Jefferson gave the best reason he could for his belief that the first inhabitants went from America to Asia instead of coming from Asia to America. Since then, however, scientific research and its wonderful progress have developed other reasons for the truth of this theory. Scientists have exhumed in America the skeletons of past geological ages and the remains of dead humans, being which gave evidence of an early existence here as any yet found outside of America. Mr. Jefferson lived to this time. He might have been foremost amongst the scientists whose investigation looked to solving the problem of the oldest continent and the first human beings on the globe. The Red Indians were the oldest inhabitants of America known to the white man. Though there were here, doubtless, older beings who antedated them by many centuries and had many traditions as to their origin, but none sufficiently divested of myth and absurdity to lead to here as any yet found outside of America. Right? Roll the corn. They had vague traditions of a very long ago people, the people who built them mounds. Let's keep going. Now, after saying all that, the father of all man, DNA from Albert Perry, 340,000 years old, found on the Atlantic coast, right? Roll the corn. Now watch this. Albert Perry, DNA, the Adam gene. The Adam gene now. Y chromosome. Timary bloodline. Now watch this. Watch this. Twice as old as they thought. One possible explanation of hundreds of thousands of years ago, modern and archaic humans in Central Africa interbred. Modern human and archaic humans in Central Africa and Mesopotamia, all in that area, interbred, adding to known examples of interbreeding with Neanderthals in the Middle East. Let me stop right there. Let's stop right there. Now, this is what you must understand. When they talk about the biblical Adam, this is the time they're talking about, right? When our people interbred with Neanderthals. Yes, I told y'all this really happened. That's when their biblical Adam comes about, right? This is where they get the bloodline from that upgrades them. So now, Arabs know that. YT people know that shit too. Dravidians know that. Therefore, they give you an alien story talking about Enki and Enlil gave you DNA and made you learn how to dig gold, made you a human, made you smarter. No, the aliens ain't do that. That's how they hide your history. That's why I hate when people teach that shit. I hate that Anunnaki alien story because it is hiding the history of your beautiful bloodline upgrading theirs in real life. They want to give it to an alien, Yakub with a fat ass head, sprinkling DNA on monkeys. No, ain't the real story. The real story is your Tamarican ass was 100% already ready. And we mixed with Neanderthals, gave them spirituality and upgraded their DNA. And they learned everything we taught their ass. Languages, agriculture, spirituality, everything. So, you start to see ancient Tamari people moving to Africa and Europe later on after we already was civilized in Tamari. Ain't no telling how long that was, but we came to these other lands, mixed with these other people who are newer to the planet. You get it now? Then you upgrade their ass because you already there. They are trying to get there. This is when they start to speak of the Canaanite, the Hebrew, the Atlantean. They talking about you. Your bloodline right there in the southeast of America, Midwest, Atlantic, southwest of America. They talking about you. The melanated man was born in Tamari, not Africa. The real one, the oldest one, the origin one. Now the darker one was born over there, but he wasn't here longer than you. He wasn't here longer than you. Nowhere near it. He was nowhere near civilized, nowhere near more civilized than your people over here. Let's keep going. Now they're telling you that Neanderthals and humans, archaic humans and modern, mixed in Africa and with Neanderthals in the Middle East, right? You see that? Albert Perry bloodline mixed with the hunter-gatherer bloodline somewhere long time ago, and now you got these other people in these other places who upgraded. Let's keep going. Winds of the coast of America. Others, judging from the similarity of some religious rites, have conjectured that it was peopled by the 10 tribes at the dispersion of Israel. Some think it received its population from China or Japan. Others that it was colonized by some wandering tribe of Jaffa who penetrated into the trackless regions of North America by the Straits of Asia. Ha ha ha. Some have been bold enough to assert that America was not inundated at the deluge and that, consequently, the Aborigines were antediluvians and the most ancient people on earth from America. That's what's happening. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Watch this now. Very long ago, people who were inhabited of this country before them, but nothing sufficiently definite for reliable information as to be character or the time of this people. Some tribes believe that their ancestors had sprung from the ground in this country, and that they and their descendants had never lived in any other land. Others believe that their ancestors had come from a distant land, but they could give no intelligent account as to where that distant land might be, or when they left it and came to it. The tradition of the wigwam throw no satisfactory light on the dark problem as to which of the continents was first. Let's keep going. Inhabited by man. All information on this subject that is worth knowing has come from another source. That source is not from the living or the present of the unknown past, as we must look into rock-built graveyards or buried fossilized animals to learn their history. So we must exhume the relics and skeletons of dead and forgotten human beings to learn where and how they begun life on this earth and on this continent. Let's keep going. Now, humans were, the Quaternary age, we got people buried here from that age, right? This is what they're talking about. The case is cited among the oldest evidence of man yet found in the Eastern Hemisphere, right? And there is no need for citing others, though many exist not only in France, but in Belgium. Hold on. As early, however, they indicate the presence of man in the Eastern Hemisphere that has been finding of his relics and his bones in America, which show his presence here as early, if not earlier. Evidence of man in America during the Quaternary period, right? During the Quaternary period. Hold on. Let's go back. It was Albert Perry. Let me see. Now let's go here. Now this is the period they're talking about, the Tartarian period. They're talking about millions of years. Millions of years, right? Look, and the Quaternary period, millions of years. Man, way back in America around this time, right? There you go right there. Tartarian age. There you go right there. Now, let's go here. African American Y chromosome sparks shift in the evolutionary timetable. Let's go look at this. Watch this. Scientists say African American males' odd genetic significance suggests that the human Y chromosome lineage goes back farther in time than they thought. Perhaps due to interbreeding with other populations such as Neanderthals. Somehow people upgraded their DNA, people. Watch this. This really upsets a lot of ideas, but at the same time, it's understandable if we accept that human populations were structured in the past so that there were little pockets of diversity, said Michael Hammer, an evolutionary biologist at the University of Arizona, who is one of the authors of the study published in the American Journal of Human Genomes. The study focuses on analysis of DNA samples that was obtained from an African American living in South Carolina and submitted to the project. National Geographic effort aimed at mapping human origins. The funny thing about the sample is that it didn't match up with any of the previously known genetic signatures for the Y chromosome, which is passed down from father to son. Let's keep going. Fernando Mendez, a researcher in Hammer's lab, analyzed 240,000 DNA base pairs of African-American Y chromosome, a composition of differences between the mystery genetic signature. Previously known signature led the team to conclude that the most recent common ancestor of the entire group lived about 338,000 years ago. That goes farther back than the fossil record goes for modern humans. The fossil record speaks of 195,000 years, 200, right? They're talking about our DNA go back 338. We 140,000 years older than these people. Let's keep going. You see it, right? Hold on, let's go back. I want you to see this again. Watch this. African Americans, not Africans. Really, Americans, but we're going to use that what they say. That's who we talking about. DNA is 140,000 years older. Roll the coin. Let's keep going. 140,000 year older DNA. You see that? That's why we way more advanced. That's why. That's why we the Atlantean. We the damn Hebrew. That's why. We way older. We've been putting down way longer than you've been putting down. We mixed with y'all and upgraded y'all and taught y'all. And y'all disrespect us every day. It has been proven that we have the oldest DNA and the oldest land mass on the planet. And y'all still want to play with us. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. The skeleton of a man found in Florida Reef, pronounced by Agassiz to be 10,000 years old. Man buried in Florida, 10,000 years old. New Orleans, human skeleton was found in the Delta of Mississippi, below 4 successive forests and pronounced by Dr. Fowler to have been there 15,000 years. Mississippi Delta. This is the cradle of civilization, people. They can stop playing. Show me somebody buried elaborately in Africa, dead old, 15,000 years old. Nobody. Egypt ain't nowhere near that old. Samaria ain't nowhere near that old, people. We the people who did that after we left here. Y'all ain't got shit that old. Mississippi Delta older than all y'all motherfuckers. That's where you get the Nile, the net from. The Mississippi Delta. The net is Hebrew it turned into Delta by the Greeks. We created that over here first, and we duplicated it on the Nile over there. Let's keep going. The mysterious people who antedate the Red Indians and covered the Mississippi Valley with mounds. They antedate Native Americans. They are older and covered the Mississippi Valley with mounds, temples, fortifications, stone axes, flint arrowheads, pottery, pipes, ornaments of copper and clay. May have been Autochthons of America. Let's look that up. Let me show you what that is. Let me show y'all what that is so you'll know what I'm talking about. Autochthonous, Rolicorn, of inhabitant of a place, indigenous rather than descendant from migrants or colonists. Autochthonious is indigenous rather than descendant from migrants or colonists. Indigenous to the landmass they are on. Autochthonous people. Right? Roll the coin. Hold on. I don't even know if I got that receipt. I don't think I got that receipt. Damn. That's all right. They got a big Autochthonous right across South America on the old maps. Right? Roll the coin. Y'all already seen that map before. I showed y'all that map on another live. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Autochthonous of America. Some of these mounds, especially the piles of Cahokia, Grave Creek, remind us that the mass heaped over the body of El Yates near Sardis, but unlikely that Monarch's Mound, King's Mound, believed to have existed 2,500 years. They furnish no key to the time at which they were reared. Trees have been found growing upon some of these, some of them whose showed them to be 800 years old, but this determined nothing as to the real age of the mounds. The trees were measured 800 years. They don't know that. They don't even know how old these mounds is, people. Really. Let's keep going. Trees are older than the California or the fossil forests of Yellowstone Park. Down there in the Mississippi, the trees are older than Yellowstone Park, petrified wood, or the fossils in California. So this is where the most ancient forest was at in these areas, right? I mean, where most oldest trees, right? Earliest form of life yet discovered. The oldest human relics which have yet been found were in America. In America, people. Roll the coin. In America, man first lived and died and laid down his bones in the Western world before he died and laid them down in the Eastern hemisphere. Facts. Let's keep going. There is deeply implanted in our nature of love of the distant past, and the nearest it approaches the confines of the dark unknown, the more we are enamored of it. We like old things, and the older they are, the better we like them. Americans should be proud to claim theirs as the first of the continents to rise above the waters of the universal ocean and the first to furnish an abiding place for the human race. You have to be proud of your first land. They don't want us to do that. They want us to act like we're from somewhere else and don't be proud of our land mass, right? You got to be in love with it and in love with the people on it. Simple. Now, enthusiasts would rather trace their descent from Adam. Enthusiasts would rather trace their descent from Adam, but such extravagance can hardly eradicate the sediment. They are proud to look back to the humble beginnings of barbarian man upon this continent, and to follow his progress through incalculable ages to the splendor of the present and the possibilities of the future. America, long deprived of the honor of her proper place among the continents by being called the New World, has at least been pronounced by geologists the first to exist. And the analogical inference is responsible that she was the first to be inhabited. She was the first to exist, and she was the first to be inhabited by people. You get it? Right? Something else I wanted to show y'all in this receipt. Scientists that will continue to study the rock leads volumes of the world and to search amongst the undestroyed remains of primeval man until it is clearly determined that as America is the oldest of the continents, she was also the first to be inhabited by man. Okay. Now, this is called the Antediluvian World, Part 1, the history of Atlantis. Let's go through this. Right? The description of the island given by Plato, right? Atlantis was the region where man first rose from the state of barbarism to civilization. That it is the course of ages, populous and mighty nations, from whose overflowing the shores of the Gulf of Mexico, the Mississippi River, the Amazon, the Pacific coast of South America, the Mediterranean Sea, the west coast of Europe and Africa, the Baltic, the Black Sea, and the Caspian were populated by civilized nations. That it was the true antediluvian world, the Garden of Eden, the Garden of Hesperides, the Elysian fields. Now, stop right there. You hear it? The Garden of Hesperides. What is Hesperides? Put it in the chat. I already taught you what it was. Ayati, Haiti, Jamaica. The Caribbean islands is his paradise. Paradise. That's Hebrew, people. Perides is Hebrew. Peri is fruit in Hebrew. See, you must know what language your people were speaking. I'm going to get into that too. Peri in Hebrew is what? We know the truth now. Now my people start to learn their real history and stop listening to these vampire-looking ass niggas with that bullshit. Roll the corn. Hesperides. Peri is fruit, produce, fruitful. Para is fruit. Des comes from the she. D-E-S-H-E. In Hebrew, vegetation. Fruit, vegetation. Grass, herbs, sprouts, referring to the new growth from the earth. Green pastures. It comes from the root word to sprout. Young growth that clothes the land, distinct from mature hay or mown grass. Now, that's where paradise come from, my babies. Hesperides is Hebrew. Ayati is Ayin. Ain't no Creole around there in no motherfucking 4000 BC. Get the fuck out of here. You get it now? Now this is showing you where the languages come from. Because if the land is called Paradise, who named the motherfucker? The people from there. Peri is Hebrew. They were speaking Hebrew. Oh. Then you come back with the Spanish term. Hesperides turned into Hispaniola. Y'all, am I making any sense? Put the coin in the damn chat. Do you motherfuckers know who y'all is, bro? Before I keep going, I gotta ask y'all niggas. Do y'all know who the fuck y'all is? Y'all them people. All these books wrote about, all the teachers, all the knowledge, all that shit come from y'all. It's still in your veins right now. Y'all them damn people for real. They ain't for play. I don't play no game. Y'all them people for real, bro. A lot of people speculate about this shit and try to, I know all the 100%, 1,000% y'all them people. It ain't a day cross my mind when I wake up and walk out the door, I don't know who y'all is. I go to the gas station, look at these young guys, and I be like, bruh, y'all don't even know who y'all is, bro. That shit hurt my soul. I get back in my car, come home, and just sit there, bro. It hurts me. Do you really know who you are? For real though, like fuck, cut through all the bullshit. Do you know how great your people are? Your people are. They don't teach us how great we is. They don't want you to know how great you is. Before them people ever figured out anything, we built buildings. Them damn Roman Catholic churches, them Tartarian buildings, before they figured out anything, bro, we built buildings look like that. Pyramids was old at that time. Pyramid was a Chevrolet Caprice. Nigga, we had a 2026 Yukon Denali. And an old ass box Chevy. Mound and Pyramid. We were going hard that long. Them people just started inhabiting our buildings hundreds of years ago, people. This ain't old history. They just took your damn building in the 18, 17, 1600s. And burnt the inside out of them. Then they throw the white Jesus in there. This history is not that old. You were great. Shit, 700 years ago. let me get through with the receipt so I can just run it down to y'all, bro. Now, to show y'all this one more time. Hesperidus. The gardens of Hesperidus. The true antediluvian world is the Garden of Eden and the Garden of Hesperidus. They talking about the Garden of North America and South America and the Garden of the goddamn islands. That's the Garden of Eden. Shit ain't nowhere near no goddamn over there. That's a remake of what we done when our people went. That is something we created to look like the original. They trying to teach you it's the original though. That's the second coming, third coming of that Israel. Let's keep going, man. Roll the corn. The Book of Wonders, ascribed from Aristotle, right? When the Carthaginians, who were masters of the Western Ocean, observed that many traders and other men attached by fertility of the soil and the pleasant climate had fixed their homes, they feared that the knowledge of this land should reach other nations. The Carthaginians are the Phoenicians. A powerful Phoenician maritime civilization. Now, what are they telling you? What your ancestors telling you? We don't even want them other motherfuckers to go over there. They gonna fuck it up. Look, they feared that the knowledge of the land of Timeri, Atlantis, should not reach other nations. They don't want you over there. Had fixed their home, they feared it. That the knowledge of that land get into the hand of the wrong people. They feared it. It's too fertile, people. See, they teach you about all this goddamn gold. See, and I hate to say this, but I got to say it. I seen people I respect on the internet talking about gold and silver is the frequency of gods and this. No, the fuck it ain't. Gold represented the sun. It didn't have no tremendous value back then. We used gold because it looked like the sun rays. Y'all out here teaching gold and silver is the damn the money of God. No, it ain't. You hunter-gatherer want to be materialistic so goddamn bad. And it still ain't don't even own your ancestors' land, but you want to be materialistic. I hate to talk to my people like this, but y'all got this shit fucked up. Your people are the material. Feed your people in nature had the highest value of all. We didn't give a fuck about no gold, no damn silver. Hunter-gatherers cared about gold and silver. We beat that shit up and made masks and threw that shit in the grave. When you see anybody throw some gold in somebody's grave? You gotta ask yourself these type of questions. If it was so much of value, you would put it in the ground. You would keep it and try to hump on it because you love materials. We put that shit in the dirt like it was nothing. We got it from the dirt, put that shit back in the dirt with my people. My people are of value. Nigga, we had tons of goddamn silver pharaohs deep in the ground. We ain't gonna fuck about no medals. I'm sick of this hunter-gatherer teaching and I can't take it no more. Don't compare today to your ancient culture, bro. Don't compare today with ancient culture, bro. Gold is of value today. Back then, we traded that shit like it was nothing. Man, we brought gold to Egypt. Gave that shit away. Okay. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. There's the value of, no. Your people and the knowledge for your people to prosper after you are gone is worth everything. That's the only thing worth something. This shit gonna be here when I'm gone. Bury me with this. This ain't shit but a piece of metal out the earth. The white man told you this was of value. We buried that shit, burnt it up, mixed it with copper, mixed it with... You ever seen somebody mix gold and silver and copper and platinum together? Just make a mask, bury the... We didn't care about it. We were working with... Nigga, we were nature's people. We just working with metals. Silver represents the bones of your ancestors. Gold represents the sun's rays. It's just that simple. We cannot keep teaching the hunter-gatherer quotes, bro, for likes, for views. Why you think the Spanish is coming over here looking for the cities of gold? They said gold flowed down the Amazon River every day, freely. The sun hit it and you see it, and it's beautiful. We ain't even put it out the water. We wasn't greedy like that. We ain't even pour the gold out the water. Gold just floating up the Amazon River, big chunks of it, shimmering in the sun. We ain't even put it out because we used to it. It was a part of everyday life. But now, since our people been stripped of the land and their culture, you'll kill yourself for a bar of gold. Roll the corn. I been seeing a little guy running around teaching that shit. Nah, big dog. Y'all gonna stop teaching that materialism to my people. Roll the corn. Because for one thing, it is what it is today. But it ain't what it ain't when that shit really came about. Two different cultures, two different time frames, two different meanings. I want y'all to remember that. Now, they knew the knowledge of the fertility of the soil, attracted by the fertility of the soil and the pleasant climate. The knowledge, they feared that knowledge would get into the hands of these other hunter-gatherers. And that's what ended up happening. And they fucked the whole landmass up. Roll the corn. Whole thing, right? Hold on. Hold on. See, this is what you must know. This is what you must know right here. This is what you must know. Watch this. Roll the corn. This is what you must know. You must know that we brought gifts of gold to our people. Put it in the tombs. Wasn't no pressure on no gold. Well, for us, gold whenever we never been found. Ain't no pressure on this. Foreigners bringing gifts to the tomb. Aegean Islanders, which is the Cretans, which is the Mycenaeans, which is a Phoenician bloodline. It's our people bringing gold to Egypt. We built the Aegean in the Mediterranean Sea. Ingots of gold. Man, you can have this shit, man. My ancestors been digging this shit up 20,000 years. You can have this shit. I'm trying to show respect and love to my people. Man, you can have this shit, man. This ain't no... They call the people the jewels of God, not the metal. They call the people the jewels of God, the jewels of nature, not the metal. See, this what I don't like about these content creators. This what I like about these content creators, y'all. It's all about your personal come up. It's all about your life doing good. It's all about you want somebody to listen to you. It's all about views and but what happened to the truth? What happened to it? What happened to really getting down to the truth of our history? Y'all forgot about this shit? What happened? You gonna talk about aliens and gold all goddamn day and fuck your ancestors? And you gonna talk about, the big ass cigar spaceship that ain't never come? Talking about you the mother goddess, you the goddess, you goddess. You don't even know, so many people don't even know what goddess really means. Just trying to act hip. It ain't about acting hip, bro. Woke. You need to know what you're talking about. The mother goddess is the mother goddess because she nurtured her people, just like the earth. Do you nurture your people? Or you just cussing motherfuckers out all day on live? I mean, they don't look like nurture to me. The melanated woman is the depiction of the earth. She is the representation of the earth, the mother, the real mother, Mother Earth, and then you get the mother goddess. She does what the earth do, nurture. It's just that simple. She was the first person to put the seed in the ground. She was the first person to get their crop and feed up people. That's real nurture. And that became mythology and gods over time. So know the original meaning of that. And then you go back into the basics and that's what you do. Then you call yourself that, right? Roll the coin. When they speak about the primordial waters and the primordial mound, they are speaking about, now that became names of all type of gods. But all they talking about is the creation story I just showed you from the first land mass coming from under the water that evolved for many years after that, then the man pops out. There you go, ex-elder. Ish Ki, the mound, right? Ish comes from creation story. That's the original language. That's Hebrew. That's Paleo. That's the oldest language. They can stop playing, bro. Hieroglyphics came from it. Cuneiform came from it. I showed y'all that on my live the other day. Let's keep going. Don't you ever put no materials above your people. It's just that simple. Now, them Phoenicians, right? Let's keep going. Them Phoenicians. Ivry, Hebrew. Tunisia, the city of Tunisia, renowned for trade. Tunis. Tunis is the mother goddess of the Phoenician. That's why the city is called Tunisia. And that's also why Tennessee is called Tennessee. Same damn people. Let's keep going. Look. Western Mediterranean, mastering sea trade and agriculture. Them us. Them our people. We are way more civilized with the Hebrew language because Phoenicians and Carthaginians speak Hebrew. Coming over there to that area. We feared hunter-gatherers coming back to our land. They ain't finna do nothing great with it, but tear the motherfucker up. Now, to show you that was called Hesperides, Insula. Hesperides. Right there. That's Hebrew for the islands. See that? Roll the coin. Now, foreign discoveries, which they had made. They're talking about the Asiatic people, right? Phoenician, whether Asiatic, Carthaginian, or Spanish, guarded from the great world, the foreign discoveries which they had made. They're trying to say, see, in the old books, they're trying to teach you that the Phoenician came from the Mediterranean to America. See, after they start finding out the truth, they still you gotta lie to keep a lie going, people. You have to lie to keep an old lie going. So now you are saying the Phoenician came from the Mediterranean and he went to America. Nah. Hell nah. Because the things the Phoenician brought were American things, right? The tamar tree, the pomegranate, the citron tree, right? Purple snails. Everything they had come from Timeri. They didn't come from over there. We left here and went there, right? Yeah, they come from Lake Michigan. The copper from Lake Michigan. We got artifacts in Lake Michigan with the Phoenician artifacts in Lake Michigan, right? Let's keep going. Now, let us look at for a moment of some of the things that the ancient Greek and Latin authors have said indicating the knowledge of the existing Western continent. Crates, right, is quoted by authority of Strabo, a very learned author of the century before Christ, as saying that Homer means in the ancient of the Western Ethiopians, the inhabitants of Atlantis. The Western Ethiopians, darker people, the inhabitants of Atlantis, or his paradise. As the unknown world of the West, was then variously called. So the islands and Atlantis go right together. North and South America and Hispaniola, which is Hesperides. This when these maps come out. Right, hold on, not that map. Right here. Ethiopia, America. It all go together. It all go together. Atlantis, Hesperides, Ethiopia. Right there. Ethiopia is the inhabitants of Atlantis and Hesperides. Hesperides is the islands. Atlantis is North and South America. This is where you get this map talking about Ethiopia with America. The Ethiopia over there, named after the Kushites. The Kushites are from Tamari. That's why they named that area Ethiopia after their homeland. You get it? Let's go back. Now here go the ancient Greeks, which are the Cretans. The Cretans, the Mycenaean on a boat. Let's blow it up. This stands for, this the Atlantean staff of Shin. The Atlantean staff of Shin. Now what's that up there on his head? What the hell is that? What is that? What the hell? What's that right there? What's that right there? Fleur de lis? A spear? Dagon. Corn. Ancient Dagon is corn. This is the spear of Shin, which became the Atlantean fork. Right? Roll the corn. That's why there's always with the Atlantean, huh? Huh? You get it now? It's Hebrew.
Shalom, and welcome
What the
to
hell?
the next lesson in the ancient Hebrew.
Ain't nobody trying to
pictograph.
do all that. What the?
Shalom, and welcome.
Shalom, shalom. Shin. That's why that pitchfork shaped like that. Shalom. This is why the ancient pitchfork from Atlantean is shaped like this. Because it's Shin for Hebrew. Do you understand it now? Roll the corn. Now, that's why your boy on the movie around here toting one of them. The big white boy. The fake Atlantean. That's why he toting that. Because it is. Right. Poseidon. Stab you with the fork. Roll the corn. See what's going on? Let's keep going. Now, we know the truth now. The 4 rivers of Eden, the Gahan, compasseth the whole land of Ethiopia. Tells us that the palace is in Susa, ancient capital of Persia, implied proximity to Ethiopia. right? It's something I want to show y'all, though. The 3 Indies, right? People settle from the rising of the sun places to the setting of the sun places. Pison. The biblical Pison flows through John's country, contains gold and onyx. It also flows with milk and honey. Roll the coin. Antediluvian. So now, we got to look at this a little different. Roll the coin, because some of these ancient places is over here, and we got to really start pointing this stuff out. They talk about Havala. People left Havala and all of that, Eden and Cush and Ethiopia. So, but that goes along with this is Ethiopia here in America, right? Ethiopian, Greek, Rome. This is something I wanted to show y'all. The apostle moves easily between Persia and India. Starting roughly with the 5th century apocryphal writer, the Pseudo-Abdias, who described the exploits of Apostle Thomas. 3 Indias faced Ethiopia, according to the Pseudo. So Pseudo lying about Ethiopia facing Indias. They lying. It's pseudo knowledge. Right? It's pseudo. Let's keep going. Now it says, a distant region of dark-skinned people, right? In a countless array of islands in one direction and in Ethiopia, the biblical Cush. Islands, people. Where are the islands? They try to say the islands in the Mediterranean Sea, what they're talking about. But them people talking about Hispaniola. That's what they're talking about. Cush. Leaving America to Cush. Cush is that area of America. They're talking about the islands right here. Hispaniola. That's what I think. Right? Let's keep going. The Atlantic Ocean was indeed navigable and had its islands fronting the mouth, which you in your tongue call the Pillars of Hercules. That's leaving the Mediterranean. And they're talking about an island when you leave the Mediterranean Sea that is larger than Libya and Asia put together. Right? And there is a passage, hence, for travelers of that day to the rest of the islands, as well as from those islands to the whole opposite continent that surrounded the real sea. So they're talking about leaving Mediterranean Sea going towards the islands of the Caribbean and America. Let's keep going. He speaks of the continent, however, at length and with great detail, its fertile valleys and navigable rivers, its rich and abundant fruit and supply of game, its valuable forests and its genial climate. This is Atlantis, people. That's what they're talking about. Right? Phoenicians, instead of Carthaginians, who were cast upon the most fertile island opposite of Africa. Opposite of Africa. They try to tell you they cast these people out of there, but they land. We was already on ships going back and forth anyway. So it's telling you there's a whole nother land fertile opposite of Africa. Where you think it's at? Right here. With abundant fruits, navigable rivers, fertile valleys, right here. On their way back, they for the first time witnessed the use of a weed This is Christopher Columbus now. This is Christopher Columbus. This is what he said. They beheld several of natives going about the firebrands in their hands and certain dried herbs, which they rolled up in a leaf and lit up one end of it. Put the other in their mouth and continued inhaling and puffing out of the smoke. These rolls they called tobacco. The name since transferred to the plant in which they were used. Now, these are melanated Indians in Hesperonychus, the island named after a Hebrew name, smoking tobacco. Them your goddamn grandmama and them. There's some same damn people. That's your great grandmama and them chewing that snuff and tobacco. Them damn real Hebrews. Smoking them damn cigarettes. Them same people. Them ain't no damn Native Americans. This your great granddaddy or great grandmama and them. Smoking tobacco. Rolling up roll-ups. Chewing tobacco, snuff. That shit come from here. They were doing the same thing, smoking that tobacco, that your great grandmama and they were chewing that snuff and smoking back in the G. Ain't nothing really changed, people. They just told you you're African smoking tobacco. But the whole time you are a Tamerican smoking tobacco. Which your land took and your culture lied to saying it came from another country. Let me say this one more time. These people on Hesperonychus, an island named after a Hebrew origin. The Ayin Ayati Island is smoking tobacco. This they culture. The real Hebrew smoked tobacco. He created it. Let's keep going. Now, this blackamoor shit, this is what Europeans call melanated people. So we're not going to sit here and act like everybody a blackamoor. This is just a term they call melanated people. This is not our ancient fucking name. So just because you see blackamoor on paperwork don't mean nothing. It's just written by a YT man that called you a blackamoor. Somebody said in Haiti too. Haiti is Hesperonychus. A Yati. Ma'am, that's what it is. Before it was called Haiti. Let's keep going. Dark-skinned foreigners have always possessed considerable attractions and sights of tobacco people, right? In public houses, Negroes with feather headdress and kilts, smoking pipes are to be seen outside tobacco shops on this when they take the tobacco that they discovered from America back to Europe. So you put the depiction of the tobacco Indian on the tobacco shops to make it seem authentic. You get it now? These are the depiction of melanated Indians smoking tobacco in tobacco shops in England. After the 17th century, after they came to America in the 14 and 1500s. So you take this product back to England and you start trapping. Y'all getting them little weed packs with all the logos on it? You got the blueberry kush, the cranberry kush, the banana kush. They got the melanated Indian tobacco pack. This shit ain't hard, man. This they pack. They make the melanated Indian grow it, and they bag it up, put the melanated Indian on the pack, and take this shit back to where hunter-gatherers don't know nothing about it. Hunter-gatherers hit the tobacco and they hooked. Now you serving tobacco. You a millionaire overnight. You get it now? How you think these people get their money, bro? From our crops. Off our crop fields. That's how they rich. So when I see a melanated man talking about, man, them white folks rich. Them white folk got all the money. Get your ass out of my face. They stole all your people's shit. Anybody stealing supposed to be rich. If I got out here and stole $1 million shit every day, I'd be rich. I got it for free. I didn't put in no work for it. So stop kissing their ass, acting like they done something, but still, they are not better than you. They are just thieves that hide up the thievery. They're not smarter, they're not better, they're not faster, they're not nothing better than you. They just good thieves. Motherfuckers sneak something in their pocket real quick before you look off. That's all they is. Tobacco built Duke University. Tobacco built North Carolina Tar Heels University. Tobacco built the whole Virginia, the whole South Carolina. My great-grandmama was growing tobacco in Mississippi. It's our culture. It ain't just on the West Coast. Them folk growing rice on the Mississippi River just like the Geechee was growing rice. Gullah is not African. Gullah comes from Sagullah. Sagullah is Hebrew for the jewels of the people of God, the people of nature. Therefore, these are the Hebrews they speaking of right here. These are the ancestors of your great-grandmama and them. Right here. Why you think your grandma want that damn red man tobacco? She don't want that shit for nothing. Ain't no African chewing no tobacco. Come on, man. Roll the corn. Now, Columbus told you they was smoking tobacco. Now, why would he say? Embowered amongst trees, Indian with unknown fruits of tempting hue and delightful flavor. They don't even know nothing about none of these damn fruits and vegetables. Around them were fields planted with aggie or agriculture or sweet peppers with potatoes, maize, Indian corn, species of lupin or posee. They were fields also of a plant, the roots whereof they made their cassava bread. These with the fruits of the groves formed in the principal food. Hammocks. Hammocks in paradise, people. Motherfucker on a hammock. Laid back eating good oranges. On this blue water, living in paradise for free. Imagine how them islands look back then, people. Imagine the Caribbean islands look back then for free. Just think about this now. Think about if you can get on a boat with your people, float over to the islands for free, eat for free, live for free, and just lay out on the damn beach, y'all. This is what they were doing. They didn't come from no goddamn Turkey. These people come from the mainland. They going back and forth, balling, eating good. And you gonna come teach us about an empire. Shut your ass up. We were free, nigga. Ain't no empire, no freedom. What empire you know had freedom? Somebody got their ass taxed in the empire. What's wrong with these people? Did what you want to teach are free people on a free land with free will. Let's keep going. We got ducks, unknown species of birds. Now watch this. They had heard the song of a bird which they thought was a nightingale. All that they had seen, a primitive and simple state of society. Primitive and simple, people. Well, nobody talking about no damn gold is the gold of God. We got a simple society. We ain't trying to be no goddamn rich man. We rich because we got family and agriculture to feed them. We already rich. These white folk taught y'all material goods make you rich. If you sit down at your table, I don't give a fuck if it's in the middle of the hood and you and your people congregate and eat a good meal, you rich. We got away from that. We think we need an 18 damn seat table, a mansion, a fucking Maybach. They don't make you rich. Simplicity makes you rich. If you cooked a good meal and talked to your people and y'all had a good conversation and everybody go to bed full and everybody warm, you rich. Your ass rich as hell. Because other places in the world can't do that, people. But we overlook that over here. You got that big warm ass bed, that big 70-inch ass TV, your car can drive from Florida to California, your ass rich. Quit thinking you ain't got shit. You got everything. Don't live by those people codes of being, I gotta get my shit together. How? You just went to sleep in a warm ass bed and ate a warm ass meal in a warm ass shower. Your child playing a $500 game on a 70-inch and you thinking you ain't got nothing. You got way more than a lot of people. Bring it down, bro. Bring it down. Bring it down. We too up here with these materialistic people. Bring it back down. Let me tell y'all what humbled me, bro. My grandma had a 2-bedroom house. My great-grandma had a 2-bedroom house. I got 12 cousins in that motherfucker. My grandma lived there. My aunt lived there. My uncle lived there. Me and 11 other fucking cousins. I mean, me, my sister, and 10 other cousins. How many people is that? That's 13 people in a 2-bedroom house. We in bunk beds. We on the floor. We in the front room couch. Motherfucker damn near feet in the kitchen. How am I get up here and say I ain't got nothing when I can lay in my own bed by myself today? That makes me ignorant, people. To know where I come from, to know that I can sleep in my own bed tonight. Wasn't no sleeping in my own bed all the way till I got out of high school, people. See, this real Mississippi shit. We are too far ahead of ourselves trying to live on a European successful scale. I'm not saying we don't like nice things. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that we are worried about extra shit. We too extra now, bro. We got to come back down, bro. We got to come back to reality. Reality is, you live in comfort. No matter where you at, if you living in comfort, you are way above what our ancestors did. You live in comfort. You come home, it's warm, you got AC heat It's warm. You got food. You got nice. You got good clothes to put on. Nice bed. Nice pillows. The floor clean. You are in comfort. That's way more than a lot of people. It's people got dirt floors in Africa, people. When they get out their bed, their feet hit the dirt, mud. These American women will go crazy if their feet hit the mud when they get out the bed. Now, I agree with Africans on that. We gotta take heed to that. So don't let this materialism drive you crazy, bro. Get in your comfort zone, and your comfort zone is enough. Then live in peace with your comfort zone. Don't go all out your means reaching for all this extra shit if you can't do it. Stay in your comfort zone and be happy in your comfort zone. I used to go buy all type of Jordans and clothes and all this old shit. And then a couple years ago, I got in my comfort zone. I said, bro, I ain't got to do all that no more, bro. I ain't got to do all that. I did that as a child, man. I ain't got to do all that. And I come into some knowledge and some belief and I know a lot of shit. I ain't got to do all that no more. Right? That don't even make me happy. That make a lot of people, it don't even make me happy. What would make me happy is to look after my people at this point. Because we have been taken the wrong way. It's the only thing that'll make me happy, bro. Not no car, no house, none of that. Me looking after my people and living happy in peace with my people is the only thing that'll make me happy. Damn, a machine, some drywall and some wood, anybody can put that shit together. Because in the old time, we looked after our kind. That's where we got joy from. When the harvest came in and we knew everybody could eat, we danced, we sing, we beat on drums. That's where they come from, people. See, Native Americans think it's some type of damn party. It's a festival, powwow. No. We were showing joy that we could feed our people the rest of the winter, the rest of the summer and the winter. Our hard work, our harvest paid off. We will survive until the next cycle of the stars, the sun, and the moon. There was reason to celebrate. That's where Mardi Gras even come from. Mardi Gras ain't got shit to do with no French people. Ain't no damn French Quarter. They just came and lived in our areas and they renamed it the French Quarter. Roll the corn. We were showing respect to the planet and the stars. The planet feeds you. The planet takes care of you. This we're showing love to. It still take care of you today, whether you know it or not. You ate a hamburger today? That damn bread comes straight from the earth. The lettuce, the tomato. Even the damn beef, he ate some grass and yeah. This oxygen, the water, yeah. Let's just take it all the way back. Now what Columbus said now? The country was in a wild, uncultivated state, right? They think it's uncultivated because ain't no hierarchy over people, right? Watch this. The Indians, now having become more familiar with the Spaniards and having some measure recovered their extreme fear, conducted them to their homes and set before them cassava bread, fish, roots, fish and bread. Keep the family fed, people. and fruits of various kinds, learning from the interpreter that the Spaniards were fond of parrots. They bought great numbers of them, which they had domesticated, and indeed offered freely whatever they possessed. Such was the frank hospitality which reigned throughout the island. Hospitality, the hospitality states. Now, the white man with the parrot, what they call? The white man with the parrot, what they call? There you go right there. The pirates. The Pirates of the Caribbean. See, they be playing in your face, bro. They got the pirates from the parrot from the damn Indians. They are the pirates of the Caribbean. That's what they are. Now they going home with fucking parrots, taking them way back over there. Roll the corn. It's something else I want to show y'all in here though. Now look what it says. Spaniards, extreme fear, and they talked about learning from the interpreter. You see that? Learning from, who is the interpreter? What? Why you need an interpreter? What language they were speaking? Let's go find it out. This comes from Christopher Columbus and a participation of the Jews in Spanish and Portuguese discoveries. Let's go look. Luis de Torres, a Jew, who had occupied a position under the governor of Murcia, who was baptized shortly before Columbus sailed. He understood Hebrew because he learned Hebrew from Jerusalem, from our ancient culture, from the ancient culture whose artifacts were stolen from over there. That's how YT people learned Hebrew. He came with Columbus. Why would you bring a Hebrew interpreter to an Ottoman Empire island? Why would you bring a Hebrew interpreter to a Creole ass island? What the Creole niggas at? Huh? It don't make no fucking sense. Them people knew where they were going. Quit letting these people tell y'all that Columbus just crash landed on. Hell no. Columbus was well schooled in the Bible, people. You think Columbus ain't read the 2 extras about the people, the Hebrews or the Israelites going back home? Paradise over there in the West. That man knew the whole Bible. That man ain't just crash coursing to no goddamn island. He thought it was India. He went to India. Shut your ass up. You think these white folks just floating around, about to die, don't know the hell they trying to get to? They will do some shit like that, but not this time. Roll the corn. Them people knew exactly where they were going. Roll the corn. Them people knew exactly where they were going. They knew who the people were there. They knew what they spoke. So you bring a Hebrew interpreter when the Columbus ship. His name is Luis de Torres. Roll the corn. Let these people tell us anything. Them folk knew exactly where they were going. Paradise. In fact, he even calls the corrupted Hebrew, the Indian language, corrupted Hebrew. He asserts that such names as Cuba and Haiti are Hebrew. Haiti coming from a Yati, Hebrew, a Yin. These people knew what the fuck was going on. And then they were first applied to the earliest caciques, which is Kassin. Kassin is Hebrew for Katsin, the chief, the leader, who discovered the people at the islands. The name of the rivers and of the persons in use among the natives are derived from the Hebrew language. Roll the corn. We're going to end all that bullshit today. All these other foreign ass niggas. We're going to end all that today. They speak in the same language the people in North and South America speak. For example, hyena from the Hebrew ayin. Stream Jonas from Yonah. Yak from Jacob. Uris from Uraeus. Sayebo from Sabah. Mayasa from Moyosi. The name of the tools of their little Kanaks are Kansas. The name Axi for pepper. The name of the storehouse of the maize, grain, and the like all point to Hebrew languages. Roll the corn. Let's keep going. Now, Plato account of Atlantis, we have another description of the Garden of Eden and the golden age of the world. Fragrant things there are in the earth, whether the roots, herbage, or woods, distilling drops of flowers and fruits grew and thrived in that land. Atlantis, the fruits and flowers thrived in that land, the Garden of Eden. Right here. Fruits of the earth, both the edible fruits and the other species of food, which we call by the name legumes, and the fruits having a hard rind, or called by the name legumes, and the fruits having a hard rind, affording in abundance. Now, do you get it? The Hebrew brought all that trees and medicine and fruit and all that shit. They are talking about coming from over here to there. They despise everything but virtue. I'm going to end it with this, because this was, I want y'all to think about this. See, all that old gold and silver teaching, let me show you something. They despise everything but virtue, not caring for the present state of life and thinking lightly of the possession of gold and other property. I'm a bad man, bro. So I'm letting my receipts talk for me. That's why people don't be fucking with truth. I'm gonna let the receipts speak for me. They cared about virtue for their people. Think lightly about some gold. What the fuck? Virtue. Let's get through reading this now, because I want y'all to screenshot that. Screenshot that. He got receipts. Watch this. This what matter to me. When in my older age, all that matter to me is virtue. How good of a person you are. How virtuous you are. Fuck all that money and I don't want that. Now fuck how what a virtue at, nigga. There ain't no virtue, I ain't fucking with you. Once I learn this, I can't look at the world the same, people. I adapt. Now I'm looking for a certain type of person with the virtue to match mine. Then I can go to the next level. But if you petty and not virtuous, I might love you, but I got to move around. It's not gonna connect with the frequency. I love you, but ain't no virtue there. Yeah, this is a gold chain I'm wearing. Yes. I had this stuff for years, man. I just still hold on to it. Damn. Had it for years. Now, got 3 or 4 of them. What else you want to know? It ain't about, you see, don't look at it that way. You looking at it the wrong way. I was once who I was, right? Simple. I still own some of this shit. I still got fucking a Mercedes. I still own that shit. What you want me to do with it? Give it away? I need a ride, nigga. It ain't. I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is, it took me years to get to this point. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not no saint, never claimed to be, never want to be. I ain't none of that. But it took me a long time to get to how I feel today. I didn't always feel like this, right? I ain't always feel like this. Took me years and years and years to get like this. And I just, like I say, I keep all my old stuff because I'm kind of connected to it because I've been had it for so long. Right? But let's get back to this. Now, they despise everything but virtue, not caring for the present state of life and thinking lightly of the possession of gold and other properties, which seemed only a burden to them, people. Neither were they intoxicated by luxury, nor did wealth deprive them of their self-control, but they were sober and saw clearly that all these things were increased by virtuous friendship with one another, and that by excessive zeal for them and honor of them, the good of them is lost, and friendship perishes with them. I'm going to end y'all with that. That's the most beautiful shit I ever read in my life. That's the most beautiful thing I have ever read in my life. You don't hear nothing like that no more. You do not hear no virtue like that no more. All you hear is, I got to get this, get that. I want this. I want that. I want this. Let's keep doing this. Let's ball. Let's do this. That's all you hear today. You don't hear no, your friendship matter. Your love matter. Your presence matter. My people matter. You don't hear that no more. Only thing matter is the money. And the job and the car and the damn bills. Fuck the people. That is not how this thing's supposed to go. If the virtue was there first, and the love of the friendship and you being around came first, in foundation, we can build up the other shit. It ain't nothing. If the foundation is perfect with virtue and love, that man will break his back and buy you a fucking Benz in a house. See, that's the thing. If the love and the virtue there, that man will break his back for you. But he need the foundation. That's what people don't understand. If it's just all put together to pay bills, that shit is elementary, my dear boy. But if the love and the foundation and the virtue was there and the respect, you can build a fucking kingdom together because she go hard for you, you go hard for her. But the foundation must be there. I'm just putting this in terms of today, right? So back in the day, our people had a foundation of love for each other, and it built greatness. Wasn't no gold over them. Gold wasn't no gift from no God. Who said that? Virtue and friendship and togetherness of your people is a gift from nature. Let me say this before I get out of here. Have y'all ever in y'all life been with your real friends? You with your real friends who really care about you and really love you, right? And y'all sitting somewhere talking and interacting with each other in love. And somebody who never had to just sit there and watch your ass. They just watching you and your friend. They just like this. They having so much fun. They hugging and talking shit. They'll die for each other right now. They love each other. They just watching. They ain't never seen this shit in their household. Like you see a old couple who do everything together and they built it in virtue and love and respect for each other. And he's like, how the fuck they been married 40 and 50 years? That's what it is, people. That's where they come from. Everybody don't do it. They admire it when they see it. Cause this the one thing on the earth that you can't buy, people. You can't buy no friend. You can't buy no damn friend. You can't buy no wife. You can't buy no girlfriend. You can't buy no husband. You can't buy nothing. You can't buy no being that thinks on his own. You can't buy them. They do things for you because they want to do it. You can't buy nobody. If you can buy somebody, that means you don't really need to fuck with them. Because somebody else could buy their ass. See, I'm getting too deep now. You don't buy my friendship. I ain't here for no money. I can go to work for some money. You ain't gonna buy me. I could have just gave you the money. No, the fuck you couldn't. No. Fuck I look like. What I look like? I was making money in the hood 15 years old. Who the fuck I look like? Just cause I don't talk that shit don't mean I don't know it, bro. I'd rather talk about shit that matter than shit that don't matter. Right? I'd rather sell hoodies with my own shit than go back to the street life. See what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to tell you is, you can't buy no real niggas. You can buy some fake niggas. You can't buy no real niggas. Can't buy me. You can't buy me to try to make me teach an African narrative to American people. They already tried to do it, people. They already tried to do it. Numerous times. So when I see people getting bought for money, I know they fake. I know they fake. If somebody can control the way you feel emotionally with some money, you fake. I feel better because a motherfucker gave me $500. It's fake. Because somebody else can come along and do it, and you'll switch up on the next man might have 1,000. You'll switch up on the $500 nigga then, ain't you? It's fake. So I can't be bought. Everything I do is for love of the person or the people. I can't be bought. These ancient ancestors could not be bought. They lived in virtue. They wanted friendship from their own kind. Wasn't nobody else around but they people. Look what it say one more time now. nor did wealth deprive them of their self-control. They didn't go out of control, out of whack for wealth. They weren't intoxicated. Possessions of gold and other property seemed only like a burden to them. And saw clearly that all these goods were increased by virtuous friendship with one another. I'm gonna post this receipt on all my social accounts. I want people to read this, bro. This is what niggas need to be reading right here. This is what made your ancestors who they were. Oh, fuck that gold, man. Where my people at? We dug that shit up a long time ago. We can go dig some more of that. But I cannot get my people back after they gone. I can get some more gold. The gold flowing in the river in America. This it right here. That's why I ended the live with this, to show y'all this receipt. I love y'all, I'm in love with you. I love y'all, I'm in love with you. See, once you learn this, everything else is nothing. And once you live by that code, you can't be deterred by nothing else, bro. Somebody bought a hoodie while I was on the live too. That's my cash out. We know the truth now. Hit my DM if you want the hoodies. Hit my DM if you want the hoodies. All the new hoodies getting shipped out Saturday and Monday. Hit my DM if you want the hoodies. Subscribe to my YouTube. If you haven't subscribed yet, do that for me. We know the truth now. I put all my lives on YouTube. I can do t-shirts too, Ty Mary. I can do t-shirts too. Just let me know what y'all want. I can get whatever now. So let me know what you want. Long sleeve tee, hoodie, sweatshirt, t-shirts. I'm finna start doing the truth on the jogging pants too. Cause I'm as y'all see, I like jogging suits. So I'm gonna start wearing the truth logo on the left side of the jogging pants. The hat has the We Know the Truth Now logo. This same logo right there on my page. That's the hat. I'm gonna do it in black, and probably this red and white gonna stay black and white. So I'm gonna do it in all white and red and white. The all white one can go on a black hat, something like that. Start trying to do full jogging suits, exactly, with the logo here. See, I can put this logo on the pants, or the feather on the pants. You know, I got 2 or 3 more new logos coming. I'm gonna show to y'all next week. I'm trying to have like 10 different shirts. Cause I got so many. I just got a lot of ideas. I got my own ideas. I got I was finna do a shirt for me that had the old mound builder thing. Let me show it to you. I'm gonna put this on front of a hoodie too. It's gonna be fire. If I can find it. It's gonna be fire. Put this on the front of a black hoodie. I can't even find it. Right here. It's fire. This is fire. But I might cut it off right there. I'm gonna cut it off right there and just put this little piece on the front of the shirt. Probably a black hoodie with that same color on the front of it. Because this is how these people really looked. All that old Native American stuff, nah, this is how they really look. This is how the mound builder look. And they wore the antlers for feather. I mean, for nature. So I'm finna start putting all this on shirts. I'm gonna have so many shirts. This, the melanated chief from the islands. I can't think of her name, but they got an old painting of her. I'm gonna put that on. It's gonna be a lot of new stuff coming out, man. I'm just kind of really starting up, but next couple of months, I'm gonna have at least 10 or 12 different designs. We're just gonna start dropping them like that. So if you want a hoodie, man, hop in my DM. Let me get your order in. Subscribe to the YouTube. My Cash App is We Know the Truth now. And appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Y'all have a great day. Hope y'all learned something today. And if you missed the first part of this live, I'm going to put it on YouTube. Leo had the gun, roll the corn. We know the truth now. Y'all stay